Alright, welcome back to another vlog. Today is race day. Alright, so today me and Maddie are doing the Tour of the Bay, which is a 100km, just like a fun ride race. It tends to be real hard at the start and a breakaway tends to get away. So it's about 7:30 at the moment. We probably have to leave here. It's about a 20-25 minute ride from where we're staying in just out of Napier. It starts in Havelock North. So I'm just having a bit of porridge because this is what Maddie has for breakfast apparently. Right, for the race today, Maddie is running his Cannondale Super 6 with his 50mm wheels, and he has lent me, for my chapter 2, I'm running the Dura-Ace C50s that he brought back from America. So hopefully these wheels will make me super fast today. We have to leave in about 15 minutes, so I need to put my GoPro mount on and get that all sorted. Alright, mount is installed on the back of the seat post because someone said that they like that footage, so we're going to run with that.
We love falling deeper, drown ourselves in all that goes on. You say fear the reaper, I say bring him on. You probably follow, I'm on the new wave. You're looking hollow, I found a new way. Show me how you do, tell me how you feel. Cause you say you're living fine all the time, but I know what's real, and it's all the same. Tell me how you deal, cause you've been waiting on the next thing I would say. I'm on a new wave, I'm on a new wave, I'm on a new wave, I'm on a new wave. They can't help but notice, say my name till they wear it out. Envy is the focus, there's no reason to doubt. You probably follow, I'm on the new wave. You're looking hollow, I found a new way. Show me how you do, tell me how you feel. Cause you say you're living fine all the time, but I know what's real, and it's all the same. Tell me how you deal, cause you've been waiting on the next thing I would say. I'm on a new wave, I'm on a new wave, I'm on a new wave, I'm on a new wave. Tell me all your problems, no I simply can't relate. And if you call me on my cell phone, no I give it to you straight. I'm on a new wave, yeah, yeah. I'm on a new, yo, I'm on a new wave. Cause you say you're living fine all the time, but I know what's real, I'm on a new wave. Cause you've been waiting on the next thing I would say. I'm on a new wave.
Okay, so that was my first ever Tour of the Bay. So we ended up riding 147km all up. So me and Maddie rode from his batch, which is in like Cape Kidnappers or something, and that was about 10km into the race. We rode into the race, 100k race, and then we did a little loop around Mutiny Crystal with Josh and Jack. We get a few more k's up after, and then we met back in Havelock, some food, and then we rode back to the batch, and then we had to drive all the way back, which is like a 2.5 hour drive for me back to Masterton. So a quick breakdown of how the race went for me. So basically we had a 4 or 5 kilometer, no, I think it was about 4 kilometer neutral zone, and then once we got out into the first road, which basically is the entire road out, you stick on the same road and you kind of hook a left down past this pub and then up the first big climb, and then it kind of gets a little bit tougher and then kind of loops around all the way back through back of Havelock and then around past where we were staying at Cape Kidnappers and then finishes just out of Havelock. So as soon as the race started, obviously there was some people who were trying to get into the early break, and then that formed pretty quickly. I think that formed in about the first minute. You know, I think there were 5 people up the road, and then I don't know if you saw on the video, but I rolled up to Josh and he's just like, you should probably get going. So I jumped across to the break, and then I was in that for about 8 kilometers until the other guys caught us. We rode through in the break through the first gravel section, which was about, I think it was like 9 or 10k, and I think it was about 1500 meters long, and luckily I didn't get a puncture. I think one person in our group got a mechanical or a puncture. And then just after that is this small false flat section, and that is where Josh and Maddie and Matt and then a few others caught us. And then from there we just rode as a group, and then a few people tried to make some moves, and I think about 5 or 6k after we all formed, Matt Webb-Smith broke away. He hardly even broke away, he just rode off the front, and then Maddie rode over to him, and then that was basically the race over. There's a climb about 20 kilometers in, and then Josh and another guy tried to bridge over to them there, and I never saw them again. So there was 2 guys up the road, Matt and Josh, and then Josh and the other guy, and then there was my group, and we kind of just rode like that for the entire race. So we basically just rode like that for the rest of the race, and then we got to the last climb of the day, which was I think about 15 kilometers before the finish. Unfortunately my climbing legs just weren't with me on Sunday, so I ended up just getting dropped there and riding to the finish. But somehow, I don't know how, I just completely missed seeing a marshal, because there's a roundabout and you meant to take a left, and we'd ridden straight, so I just thought that I'd ride straight to the finish where we rode to the start, but apparently you had to go around this roundabout, and I completely missed the marshals. Technically I didn't finish, but they still gave me a time, so I finished top 10, and then Maddie and them were still I think about 10 minutes ahead of me before Maddie and Matt went to the finish, and they were still 2 up, and they went down to the sprint, and then Maddie went to open up a sprint, and what he told me is that he dropped his chain, and then so Matt Webb-Smith took the win. Maddie got second, and then I think a few minutes, I think 6 minutes behind, Josh came solo for the third. Two Couplands riders on the podium, and then I think I got like a top 10 in the men's or something like that in the open men's. So not a terrible weekend, I still just need to work on my climbing. And then let me know if you like these new Team Couplands hats, and then let me know in the comments if you want one, and we might give one out in the next video.
I'm on a new wave. Tell me all your problems. No, I simply can't relate. And if you call me on my cell phone,